This is Jamey with Stonemeyer Games, and today I'm going to talk about the aftermath of your Kickstarter project. By this I mean the hours and days that immediately follow your project ending. One thing that I really tried to keep in mind during my project, sometimes successfully, sometimes not, was that during my project, I have a specific job every day. I am running a Kickstarter project. I'm interacting with a ton of people who are either coming to me or I'm coming to them with information. I'm getting a constant influx of funding, which feels good when pledges are coming in. And then it just stops. When the campaign ends, it just stops. And so one thing I've tried to realize is that self-care is really, really important at that point, because you're going from one emotional, intellectual state to one very different emotional, intellectual state. So a few of the things I recommend for that are relax a little. Like one tangible thing you can do here is the day after your Kickstarter campaign, instead of jumping out of bed to check your phone or your computer, just lay in bed for a few extra minutes. Just relax in bed. Just get used to that idea that you don't have that urgency anymore. Celebrate a little bit. That's one thing that I never really did with my campaigns, and I wish I had. I wish I had gone out to dinner or done something special to celebrate the occasion. Instead, I just went right back to work, and so it was hard to delineate between the two. I really should have. And finally, of course, you do have to get back to work. I think sometimes people who run campaigns can take a full-on vacation afterward, and that also isn't a good idea because there are a lot of things to do right after the campaign. One of those things is to be available for questions right after the campaign. You'll get a lot of messages from existing and potential backers, or people who wish they had been backers, asking, can they change their pledge? Can they cancel their pledge? Can they still get in on a pledge? Your answers will vary from mine or other creators, but make sure you have answers ready and be available to answer those questions. Kickstarter has this awesome spotlight feature, which means that you can change the project image and you can change this link right at the top of the page. It's the link that used to be during the Kickstarter campaign. It's the pledge link, make a pledge, but you can change that to say anything you want, and you can change where that link directs to. That's a great way to help people who discover your project too late. Just click that button and go through to wherever you're letting people pre-order the game or the product after the campaign is over. Last, one of the big mistakes that sometimes people make is they quit their day job. Suddenly they have $200,000 in their bank account and they think, okay, that money is mine that I can use to run my life for the next year or so until I deliver this project. That's a huge mistake because it is very common for manufacturing costs to balloon beyond your original budget and for shipping costs to go beyond your original budget. So I highly recommend keeping your day job until you have completely made and shipped and fulfilled your Kickstarter campaign. After that, if you still have a lot of money left over and you have some nice income revenue streams happening, maybe through retail, maybe through other things, that may be a time to start to think about it. But as tempting as it can be to do that right after the campaign ends, I highly, highly recommend not doing that. If you have any other thoughts about things to do right after your campaign ends, I'd love to hear about it on my Kickstarter Lessons blog or in the comments below. Thanks.